Emily Ann inadvertently took a nap. A hideous demon wielding steel claws burst into her dream. Emily rose in panic and fled wildly. But no matter where she ran, Freddy could always appear in an instant, and those glistening steel claws closed in step by step. Fortunately, Emily suddenly woke up from the dream, thinking it was just a terrifying nightmare. She was horrified to find a strand of hair on the desk that had been cut by the demon in her dream. Only then did she realize that Freddy was not a figment of her imagination. In order to seek comfort and protection, Emily called her boyfriend Jack that night. To her shock, Jack had also had the same nightmare. He had a narrow escape while dealing with Freddy in the dream, and almost lost his life. Their shared terrifying experience made the two of them cling to each other, trying to fall asleep peacefully with each other's company. However, the danger did not spare them. In the dead of night, the barking of the dog in the yard pierced the silence. Emily went out to check, and found that her beloved dog had been brutally killed.
I was just petting him.
When she ran back into the house in a panic, the scene in front of her actually turned into the kindergarten she had attended as a child. A little girl walked over slowly. Before she could react, Freddy was already waiting for her in the classroom. Emily woke up again, but this time, before she could come to her senses, she was controlled by a mysterious force, and her body floated up uncontrollably.
Oh my god.
Eventually, she was brutally killed by Freddy in front of her boyfriend. Jack was so scared that he fled in a hurry, but due to various misunderstandings, he was arrested by the police and thrown into prison. In prison, Jack kept slapping himself to stay awake, but after the prison guard opened the cell door, he still fell into the terrifying dream created by Freddy, and was taken to an abandoned factory. Despite desperately running away and kneeling down to beg for mercy, he still couldn't escape his fate in the end, and died strangely in prison. Meanwhile, Emily's friend Amy and Jack's friend Tom decided to investigate the origin of Freddy. When Amy was taking a bath at home, something strange happened. It suddenly snowed heavily in the room for no reason, and then she was also drawn into the dream of the kindergarten, and almost lost her life. After some investigation, they found that the dead classmates had all attended the same kindergarten. They learned from their parents that there had been a gardener named Freddy who behaved strangely. He often took the children to play hide and seek. Later, the children had bruises on their bodies. The parents discovered that he had taken the children to a mysterious cave. After deeming him a pervert, they burned him to death in a factory. In order to completely solve the crisis, Amy and Tom went to that kindergarten. On the way, Tom went to the pharmacy to buy medicine, and Amy dozed off due to sleepiness. Freddy appeared in an instant, after they managed to escape.